Okay, I've been meaning to make this video for quite some time. Yeah, so it's just about the learning app that was done by my reserve, Wikwemikong. You can't find this on Google Play anymore. I think it's under something else. Just look up Aniishnabemowin learning app, and yeah, it's a really good learning resource for indigenous culture. Language. You can learn Aniishnabemowin with this app. The other app as well, it's just, yeah, I think our reserve kind of sold it out, which is interesting. There's culture notes here. They're really great video. Let's watch this quick.
I think the language is important because it's our link to the land, it's our link to our history. It's very descriptive, and it jogs people's memory faster than any other language would to describe our home community or our past.
We should carry on the language for generations to come.
I think it's important to maintain the language because it's something that if we don't maintain our language, then we become assimilated.
Our Creator gave us this language. What we have to do now with our young people is they have to visit the elders and people that speak the language and listen. That's how they're going to learn.
I speak my language every day, and you should value it and use it.
Because it's the only one thing that we own, and they cannot take it away. Flowers.
Events play an important factor in where we are today, and I think language is key, and preserving it and maintaining it is what's important.
Speaking a language at a very young age, especially to babies, even while they're in the womb, is very important, because in order to hear the mother tongue, that is what you instill inside your baby, and that is how you bring it out.
The language is who we are, so try to learn it and try to keep it going.
If they speak the language, we know that they're Anishinaabe. We know which road they're following.
Listening to the elders is very important. That's where you get the main words and learn, try and speak it.
It defines us as people. It is who we are.
Love that video. Super touching. Yeah, I don't think this app's not available on Google Play anymore. I have the APK if you want. It's like a kid's learning alphabet song, so it's pretty cool. There's a lot of cool stuff, a lot of informational stuff. Pelches are kind of my family. We usually get elected as chief. There's a lot of weird stuff on reses, like, trust me, like I have a lot of buddies from different reses across Canada, and like very bizarrely political. Notice how that video was really nice though. Notice how there's no weird, this was done before the whole weird quote unquote queering of everything, if you will. There was a lot of cool educational stuff that wasn't modeled in with like some weird LGBTQ thing agenda. You know, we do believe in multiple spirits, two spirits, but it's not like, you know, it's not like everything is a male and female and you could just pick one or just do whatever the hell you want. Like if you're male, and you have a little bit of female spirit in you. If you're a female, you got a little bit of male spirit in you. You know what I mean? It's like everybody has a little bit of everything, but it's not just that. Like you could have like animal, whatever. Like, but it's not like you start. Like, you know what I mean? It's not like how they, you know, furries. It's not like you just turn into a transformer. Okay, it's not like that. It's more. It was way deeper. It was before science, right? Before we understood it, we can explain. You know, before we can measure measure molecules and understand chemistry and stuff like that. And you know, magnetism and electricity. You know, it's before we had explanations for things. And that's where like. It's good to preserve the original culture and the original language and stuff, whereas some of these other movements seem to be like, speaking of assimilation, it's like where assimilation, you kind of model everything together, and it almost like dilutes the things that are it's claiming to preserve, whereas if we just preserve the individual cultures and languages, we create kind of like a beautiful mosaic of, you know, preserved like information. Anyway, just thought I'd share that. Love this app. If you want the APK, I can send it to you. But there is an app online. If you look up Aniishnabemowin learning app, you should be able to find it on Google Play, but it's totally different. I'm pretty sure it got bought out by someone else. Anyway, super complicated stuff. I don't know if you want to get into the politics of the actual native struggle, but you know, it's a cool app. Check it out. It's from my reserve.